All right, so I'm doing my 10 1-minute videos into one 10-minute video today about the New York Yankees and what their offseason plan could look like for them to build a team that doesn't fail in the postseason like they do almost every year. So today, just want to talk about things that still need to happen for them and moves that they could make to become a serious contender for the 2026 World Series and finally be able to beat teams like the Los Angeles Dodgers and to win a pennant. So first we'll talk about where they stand right now. So just to set the stage, the Yankees did finish with some bright spots. They made the playoffs, but they did not get anywhere near where they wanted to end their season. They ended up losing in the divisional series to the Blue Jays, who ended up going to the World Series and losing in Game 7 to the Los Angeles Dodgers, who ended up going back-to-back. So some bright spots for them were their starting rotation. They added Max Fried last year, and he was dominant all throughout the year. And then he kind of broke down in the playoffs for us. And, we had a lot of high-end talent across the board, and especially with the new torpedo bats that the Yankees brought in. That technology really stunned the league, and there were some things going around saying that the Yankees were cheating because of how good the Yankees were hitting, but their technology guys found some way to compress the barrel in a certain spot where they would use a data analyst to see where their hitters would usually hit the ball on the barrel, and they would make that part of the barrel bigger for them. And it really helped players like Anthony Volpe, Jazz Chisholm, Paul Goldschmidt to become much better hitters in their career than they have in the past few years. And those are some strong points. So the rotation, the high-end talent, and the young guys like Volpe, Jason Dominguez had a good year, and just like young pitchers showing their role. But definitely a lot of flaws, and those were impossible to ignore. The bullpen struggled for us all year. Our lineup was very streaky. Depth became a problem for our bullpen, and you just can't survive in the major leagues with in October like that. So going into this offseason, I came up with four questions for the Yankees, and number one would be, can they stabilize their rotation? Last year they had Garrett Cole hurt. Fried went down for a little bit, so it would be great if all of them could stay healthy for the whole year, and I think they could be dominant if they could. 2, can they rebuild a reliable bullpen? They ended up losing two guys this year that were very important to us in the 2024 postseason that ended up leading us to getting to the World Series, which is Devin Williams just went to the Mets. He didn't really have a good year for us, but he was still one of our main setup guys or closers. And also Luke Weaver ended up leaving us. So we definitely need to fill some spots in the back end of the bullpen. And stuff like the lineup in the outfield, they need to get more contact hitting. The Yankees think that they could just hit home runs and win every game. Like, that's not going to happen. These pitchers are in the major leagues for a reason. You're not going to hit a home run every single time you get up to the plate. You need to be able to get people on, bunt them over, and score runs. Small ball. Yankees do not know how to do that, and that's why they fail. And 4, can they do it all without boxing themselves in long term? They need to be smart with how they do this, and A lot of people think it's because of the GM, Brian Cashman. I still have hope, but he really needs to step it up this year and show the fans that he can actually do something. So we'll go into fixing the rotation. The Yankees have a lot of talent. They have Max Fried, Luis Heel, Cam Schlittler, Garrett Cole, and some depth pieces. The problem with this is the durability and consistency with these guys. You just can't go into a 162-game season hoping everyone stays healthy throughout the year. It's just not going to happen. So what they need to do, they need to pick up one more reliable starter for them. They don't need a superstar necessarily. They don't need to go and get Paul Skeens or the guy from the Tigers. But they need to get someone with experience, with that can throw multiple innings. They have consistency, and they have gone to the playoffs before. Someone who can stabilize things when injuries happen for us, because they always do, and it's very normal. This is where the Yankees very, very much need to be aggressive, and they need to add a top 3 caliber rotation arm for them. And suddenly, once this happens, the pitching staff becomes a strength instead of a question mark for us. And also, rebuild this bullpen. This bullpen was a major problem for us last season. It lost us more than half the games that we lost because we would lead, and then in the 8th or 9th inning, our bullpen would shit the bed, and they would blow the game for us. So if we're being honest, the bullpen lost us the season, basically. I would say so. So what's the solution to that? The Yankees need a full-time closer. They sign these people that are closers, and they do great in these small cities, and it's just not the same when you come to a city like New York and play for a team like the Yankees. The fans will kill you if you do not do good in New York and in pinstripes. And as we've seen year by year, a lot of people can't handle that pressure and they fold. So they need a guy to come in and slam the door, get the fans behind him, and bring confidence back to the team and the fans in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning for them. But that's definitely not all. They also need a high-leverage setup guy because we lost Luke Weaver. They need a durable middle reliever like Jonathan Loizaga. And I think they should definitely get a nasty lefty. You know, I really liked Nestor Cortez. He had his moments. I love how he would mix up with the hitters, throw their timing off. That's just something that we need to bring back into our rotation. And now let's look at like outfield and some lineup upgrades. So we brought back Trent Grisham, who was a great outfielder for us and also came up in the clutch in a lot of moments for us this year. But the Yankees still need another corner outfielder who brings offense, because right now Cody Bellinger is a free agent, and who knows if we pick him up. I would love to, but who knows. But too many times last season, the lineup felt like I said before, home run or nothing. Long cold streaks, and just not enough contact hitting. They do not know what a single is. If they want to compete in October, they need someone who can get on base, move runners over, and keep innings alive. The Yankees, once 2 outs come, the inning might as well be over, because they just do not hit They do not hit to move the bat to the next person. They hit to win the game or to make a huge impact. And that's just not how it works. A balanced lineup wins playoffs games. A balanced lineup wins close games, over extra inning games, stuff like that. So the blueprint for me for a successful offseason would be that we need to sign or trade, doesn't matter, sign or trade a reliable veteran starter. I think someone that could help us very much is a guy like Sandy Alcantara from the Marlins. He's a Cy Young winner, and he's just year by year puts up good solid numbers, and he could definitely be someone that we could add to our rotation. We need to add a legit closer or one more high leverage reliever. We did have the guy 53. I can't come up with his name right now. I'm blanking, but he came in and was dominant when Devin Williams shitted the bed. And we need another guy like that, or another guy like Jonathan Loizaga, who's just disgusting and throws high velo to get us past those middle to finishing the game innings. We need to get a corner outfielder. We need to either bring back Cody Bellinger or go out and get Kyle Tucker. For me, I definitely like Kyle Tucker more because he's more of a big stick lefty, and that is great for Yankee Stadium. And he's good defensively, but I also like Cody Bellinger because he's not just a power hitter like all of the Yankees. He can get on base for us and get singles. Just like I have here, balance the lineup with more contact and fewer streaky bats. We need a guy like Alvarez, who wins the batting title every year. He just gets on base. He does not swing and miss. And we just need to trust the young players that we have in our farm system and let them work through spring training, like Spencer Jones. I think that we need to bring up Spencer Jones this year. He hit over 400 in the minors all year. He got brought up from single A to triple A this year, and he hit like 30 something home runs, and 30 home runs and hit 400. Automatically need to bring him up. I don't care. He should be taking Jason Dominguez's spot, no doubt in my mind. And if we could do all that stuff, bring in the pitchers, balance the lineup, no more streaky at-bats, bring people in like Alvarez and stuff like that, we can have a very successful season. But that would be my breakdown on what the Yankees need to do this offseason, and I could go on, but we're already over. We're 12 minutes in. But yeah, the Yankees need to do this plan this offseason to be the most successful versions of themselves in 2026. And if I had one move that they should prioritize first, I would definitely say to get that corner outfielder, because without that, we are looking at eight solid spots in the field, and you always need 9, especially as a major leaguer. We have decent pitching, so that could wait, but first we either need to sign Cody Bellinger or Kyle Tucker. Thank you.